Hey guys, it's Jimmy. I'm by myself for tonight. If you want to kind of chime in, kind of talk to me, that'll help me through this episode. We kind of just went over episode one of season one. And what I kind of learned from that episode throughout time is, humanitarian, humanity will bring you back. Um, with everything that happened in that episode, everything from where Bicycle Girl come in at to, Teddy Bear Girl. Well, he basically had to kind of figure out what was going on, come to his senses, and try to work. And Morgan helped him along, um, and he kind of went from there. Everything was new to him, and he kind of rolled on with everything. So, y'all have any questions at all? Feel free to ask. We do have Mr. Kevin with us tonight. I'm only gonna make this a 30-minute episode, considering by myself. Hey, Mr. Storm, Miss Blankenship, how's it going tonight? All right, guys. So when Rick actually comes in, you actually see him rolling down the road. That's actually in Fairburn. So when he comes in, that he has to already know all the walkers. So I'm actually taking that first scene and putting it toward the back of the episode. That way, remember, he kept getting gas to keep going further and further. So that kind of showed us a little inkling of what was going on after he was already at the hospital. Anybody have any questions at all about that episode? Please let me know. Then we see him, and he's over, he has a little roadblock, and he's with the sheriff department. Of course, the state patrol's out there with him, and he's kind of, shooting at the guys, and they're in the middle of a high-speed chase, of course, and he gets shot. I think personally that Shane was sleeping with Lori before all this stuff ever happened. I think that, all that was kind of critiqued and everything. It was before anything ever happened to it. Mr. Kevin, if you don't mind, there's a video on the page I'm about to send you. We're gonna kind of go over it and show it to everybody tonight. If that's okay.
We'll try.
1 second. All right, no problem, no problem. Sorry, I'm always doing this on my own now for some reason. So basically, we're going to actually go over the duo finds next week. But the guy named Aimless Adventures, come did a tour with me.
We got Walker.
Sorry. And we're going to kind of go over this whole thing. And I'm going to kind of show you a little bit what I do in my job and see what y'all think of it. Here you go, Mr. Kevin. There you go. So here in a second, we're going to kind of go over everything. Hey, Mr. Christie, how you doing? Oh, I appreciate it, honey. You're going to have to get on to your boy. He ain't never on the show anymore, Miss Barker. But anyway, we're going to kind of go over this episode. If you don't mind, Dustin, kind of Kevin putting the down the left-hand corner where everybody can still see me, buddy. Mr. Bale, what's going on tonight? How are you? Here we go, guys. We're going to kind of watch this together. And remember, Aimless Adventures is his Facebook page. Facebook. I think he's got an Instagram. And this is his YouTube page. So I'm going to kind of shut up, and we're going to watch this and kind of go over it. This tells a little bit about my job. Here we go, guys. I know I'm going to look stupid in this, but what the hell? Let me hear the volume to it.
No! Coral! Take this tour.
1 second, guys.
A few of the movies and television shows shot here.
We have no volume. But anyway, what this video is going to show you is basically what I
we're
do for a
looking
living.
for,
It's going to come along
I don't know, man. You
with the
got
tour.
Morgan's walking stick?
Kinda,
I do,
I actually talked through the whole video.
Yeah,
So,
buddy.
that's me showing them the weapons.
I got this one. You got the one
We
that's
actually
got the
have when we
spin
take
on it?
pictures and
There
stuff.
we go.
Oh yeah,
There we go.
it's okay. Like the first couple of years I did a tour guide, it was just learning. Like I messed up a lot. No joke. I used to mess up all the time. Hey Kevin, we still can't hear it, buddy. Just to let you know. I know you probably know, but I can't hear anything. Can y'all hear anything?
Yeah, professional.
No.
Walking Dead from season 2 on to season
Anyway,
about
yep.
7 after that, they put something else in there, and
That's me right
that's when
there.
they came up with a little cartoony intro. What I like to do here though is I get everybody in front of it and kind of take some pictures and stuff. Y'all cool with that? Yeah. All right, cool.
Okay, cool. Oh, everybody here, cool.
We're gonna get side angles. We'll get over here, and I'm gonna get the point.
So that's where I take pictures at. I'm pretty good at those.
I got to be.
And these guys are really awesome, by the way.
Yep. Just kind of point the bat at him. Don't really hit him with it. Okay?
Oh, we gotta do the gangster sideways.
This girl right here is from the Duo Finds, and we're actually going to have them on the show pretty soon.
Moved. That was his job to move both vehicles. I'd have Herschel actually moved that motorcycle. He couldn't kickstart or nothing, so I guess he did a good job. But anyway, we got Daryl and Rick running down this alleyway. Let's go reenact that, okay? Head over this way with me.
Want to know where to invest $1,000 right now? Hi, Rex.
Thank you, YouTube, for an ad.
Yeah, we got to add y'all, kind of let it roll. It's not a big deal. Thank you, Mr. Kevin, for all you do, buddy.
Blood splattered right here. Okay? Then Martinez went with a baseball bat, hit the guy upside the head, and that walker's head blew up right here. Okay? Anytime you see a walker on The Walking Dead, especially when you have an explosion of the head, they built a cast mold for it. They take some condoms, fill them up with blood, stick them in the cast molding, then they apply pressure and it explodes. Okay? That's what you see when you see a walker head explode. Okay? Like back when they were leading the walkers away from Alexandria, they took the turn at the road. Well, that's on Gordon Road over here, by the way. But when they did that, they had a lot of explosions. Me and my boy Mike, he actually was on the show 4 or 5 times. I'm not gonna say his last name, but anyway, we went over there because he said they had pretty big explosions over there. We was able to get a bunch of condoms filled with blood from the show. And he actually gave me a full walker mask that he had on the show as well. Okay?
So,
Any
Mr.
questions
Jeff.
about anything dealing with the walkers or anything?
Is this, you said this is a part where they're like doing that thing. Is this where Daryl throws the knife as well?
Yes. Don't be scared. Get up to there. Let's go inside and see what Marlon's up to, okay? All right, watch out for my aunt bed. Look like Mount Rushmore over here. This might be good for your YouTube channel right here too, because if you go back into season 3 and you look at the main menu of the DVD, this was a picture. You had Merle's car sitting there and you had the whole backdrop. Yep. Stairway, come over to the window, okay? When he gets to the window, he looks out, sees the guys, runs to the front window over here, which we have covered because they do Walking Dead.
Anytime you want to go,
laser
Jeff,
tag
just let me know,
on
boss.
weekends, so that's what we do that for. All right, when they come back, they actually see the governor. Remember? Then we go to take the shot. Ben walked in front of him. He shot Ben instead. The walker had walked over from the car, went over to the window and grabbed him. He took the walker, threw it outside. The walker hit the ground. Then Merle tried to kill it. The governor grabbed him. He took Merle, threw him over here, and he landed to the ground right where your feet are right there, okay? He picked Merle up, threw him over here. This is where he landed against the piece of metal
Yes, ma'am.
on the baler, and that's where he bit his fingers off, spit him through the hole, took him, threw him against his motor right here. He laid back, okay? When he laid back, he said, "I'm not going to beg." In other words, he's not begging for his life. The governor finished it, okay? He finished him about right here, because when you rewatch the show, you actually see the breaker boxes in the background, okay? So remember, the biggest deal in Woodbury was, the biggest sign of disrespect was not let somebody change into a walker. So what the governor did here was disrespect Merle in a big way, okay? Take all the pictures you want to. I'm about to open up this window. You have the gun we did the Merle shot from. Take as much time you want to in here, okay, guys?
Oh, we're good. Yeah.
Pure created a clear filter to show what gets removed from
Thank you,
water in
YouTube.
only 30
Appreciate
minutes.
it.
This is where Daryl's standing. Come here, sweetheart. Come here, everybody. Come around me. So I want you to stand right here, facing me, okay? All right. Come over here with me.
This part's really funny, guys.
You got the camera ready, right?
When she said this to him and he didn't do anything, I was like, oh my God.
This is where Merle's eating his little Debbie cream cookie. He's over munching down. He gets up, starts walking over to you, right? What you gotta do is get him crying like crazy, okay? You gotta get a good picture of him.
I'm the worst person to do it.
That's all good. That's the point why we did it.
Imagine me dead. Okay. Wow, you're an asshole.
It'd be all right.
I'm literally the worst person to do it.
Just frown, man.
I was like, oh
This
God.
is just for y'all.
He didn't do that.
But it's okay.
Hey, how do you do that again? How is that? If you were to stab your brother in the head 68 times,
It would be more like, but then
Hey, your brother does kind of get on my nerves a little bit. I'm just saying.
yeah.
No, I was actually able to talk to Norman about this scene. What he actually told me was when he got an inspiration to this scene in particular, he was actually thinking about his dad. His dad had passed away, so that's why he was crying on set. I also did the same thing in the tornado barn when he cried outside. Remember, he's against the tree? Same thing as with his dad, okay? Michael, what you see is what you get, okay? Michael is, y'all met Michael Rucker before. Okay, he's from Jasper, Alabama. He's a good old boy. But they actually had a bunch of tractor trailers right here blocking the road. Remember saying they didn't want this leaked. It got leaked anyway. What happened was Walker was out here taking selfies of himself. He just happened to be in the background. That's how it got leaked, okay? They started banning cell phones on set after that. Didn't help. We had spooling the day, started spooling everything after that, so on and so forth. So this is the big first spoiler that ever really got out because the show was actually getting big right at that point.
I bet that the actor got in trouble for the walker.
Well, I mean, back then it was like, you know, it was frowned upon, but it wasn't a really big deal, okay? The show was still, we call it our tiny little show because I'll be honest with you, when Walking Dead first started coming down here, I was a janitor at Nuna High School, okay, where Otis died. And the show was so tiny, I was mad because I had to work when they were filming that night, okay? So that was my first inkling to know anything about The Walking Dead, okay? He cleared one side of it out and everything that happened to end up in the floor, so you know, they're still cleaning it up right now. Good morning, guys. I see they put some lovely toilets on the floor. That's great. Huh? Who's in for the set? You and him?
And Jamie had left toilets in there that day. I was like, what in the world? And then she was in the other freaking room. I was kind of embarrassed that they were doing
Hello
the video
again.
because usually nobody's in there but me.
I got a friend.
Tell them about your podcast.
Jamie's awesome.
I told him a little bit. I ain't told him much. There's the lovely toilets of the tour, I guess. This right here is the governor's barn. Okay, Rick actually came through the back door.
There's a shop
Came up
dog, by the
these,
way.
okay, actually
There's
was a
Zoe.
stage in here to even everything
She's
out,
sweet,
okay?
but she didn't like a
Came
camera
up,
in her
put his
face.
hands in there, so Ricky didn't have a gun on the door, so that's my son again. He actually hung his gun up on this piece of wood right here.
Dustin actually bought the
And he's
hook
sitting at the table.
that was on that
Okay.
piece of
Any
wood
questions
right
about
there.
this at all?
I sure can. I'll make it. I'm actually going to share it on the page after we air this, and then I'm going
So
to
when
share
you actually see
his.
it in the show, all this is evened out. Okay, you actually, if you've been in here and you start watching the show again, you can notice like things in here that was in the show, like that cotton mill sign back there was in the show. We do have the Rick McGovernor's chair was in the show. A lot of this other stuff, you look around, you actually
Yeah,
find
he
stuff
actually
that was
got
actually
Jamie
in
to
the
sell
show
it to
anyway.
him.
But if you rewatch the show, most of this stuff was on this side, and Jamie's office is in there now. So. Back here at the shop.
And there's the
All
shop.
kind of swag.
Should this tactical zoom lens be made
There's
illegal?
another commercial by YouTube.
This is
Thank
the
you,
first
YouTube.
reasonably
That's the chairs they actually sit in the barns when they were discussing everything in this show. Pretty much. Yes, he is, Christy. Casey is too. Michael Jagers. There's my bitch nuts. You too can own some bitch nuts. Getting advertised for us too. I thought it was really cool. I hope you like that, guys. I actually really enjoy working with those guys. That's Aimless Adventures. And I think the duo finds are going to be on the show. I think next week they did their own version of this. I'm not sure what's going on with it. But Aimless, he did not reach out to me on this. I know I talked to the guy from Duo Finds all the time. His name's Matthew. Really good guy. But yeah. Also, there's a Bridge to Grace video that was filmed in that barn too. So if you look up YouTube Bridge to Grace, you can actually see that. I appreciate that, Chrissy. I really do. I try real hard to bring this show to you guys. It's just I just kind of going through something right now, I guess, with the guys, and I'm trying to get them to come on here more often. So I apologize to y'all. That's why I'm only doing a 30-minute show tonight. I kind of talk to myself more or less, but I appreciate it a lot. I appreciate all y'all kind of backing me in this, and I know what Jeff does and Christy does and Miss Baker does, and I appreciate it. I hope y'all enjoyed watching the show with me tonight. That was really cool. I enjoyed that more than anything. I always like kind of telling my versions of everything. I appreciate it. I really do. Love you too, Jeff. You know, I've been doing this for a long time, but this whole thing with the computer and everything's new to me. I've only been doing it with Kevin for about 6 months now, and I like it. I really do. I don't know. I kind of feel like sometimes that I'm stuck in, you know, kind of my own little thing, and that's okay. I actually like talking to y'all, so the more I keep doing it, the more I guess I'll be used to it, and we'll keep rolling from there. Anything y'all have, any questions at all, feel free to ask. I love answering questions. So, Mr. Jeff, you're welcome back on the show anytime you want to, buddy. Just let me know. And, of course, I'm working the camp this year. I just got work back from there. I'm going to start putting out flyers and everything. And, yeah, of course, man. Yep. All right, guys, I'm going to kind of end the show a little early tonight. I apologize. It's even earlier than 30 minutes. I kind of wanted to be on here. I already did an hour show before, so, I mean, just kind of adding this on, I guess. Thanks to our sponsors, Auto Wraps Plus, Abraham's Army. You need our t-shirts, go downstairs to see Chris. Of course, he'll take care of you. The camp, anybody and everybody's going to city camp. So if you don't go to city camp, you're going to be left out. You need to go do that. Oscar does a really good job. and Casey does as well. Yep. And also the Water Tower Tours, Stephen Sweet, Cindy, all those guys. Check them out. Also, me over the Walking Dead Tours and Events in Harrelson and the podcast. Thanks for all your support. I love y'all. I'm trying to make this better, and I appreciate it, each and every one of y'all every week. Thank y'all. Have a good night.